Welcome to the Weekends Over podcast. We are finally back from our big break. I know it was a little while. We actually recorded one video and I messed it up. So, yeah, y'all didn't get to see that. But
Asshole.
obviously, we have a new face right here. But I'll introduce Taylor. So, Taylor, say hello.
Hello, everybody. Alex
Max,
messed our video up, and he cost us a bunch of subscribers.
most likely not. Max, say hi.
I thought I was gonna burp. Hey.
And then finally, a new host here, Josh. We poached him from another podcast. Shout
Going
out
from
to
the
him.
Big Ten.
That's right.
Yeah, man, what's going on, guys? Yeah, I'm Orphan. My podcast that I was on kind of died. Like, I don't know what's going on.
We
So
bought him
It
out.
was.
I tried to poach Alex for a different one, couldn't do it. So I just assimilated here with these dumb fucks. And I'm going to bring some Big Ten knowledge because I know these idiots don't know what happens like north of the Mason-Dixon line where you can't fuck your cousins. So
Josh is a big
Well,
Iowa State
I
fan.
got ugly cousins.
no,
That's
don't
crazy.
start that. Don't start that.
I'm sorry, that's your brother. My bad. Tyler.
Yeah, that's my
Shout
brother.
out Tyler, big Iowa State guy.
Huge Iowa State guy.
Yeah, for the brand.
we're the brand. I don't know if that's a good brand to have, but yeah. So I was kind of speaking about last time we had a couple. We had one big video that we were going to drop, and it kind of messed up. So today we'll kind of be talking about the same things to it, and we're gonna start off with win totals, and we're gonna start with the SEC, and I'll kind of pass it over to Taylor, and we're gonna start with the team that I think is most likely going to be the big dog, and I think it's going to be Texas. So their win total is at 9.5. And Josh.
Don't be doing that.
That's a good bit.
Yeah, it is. Josh, he'll probably run through the schedule a little bit for them. So let's go ahead and just get straight into it.
Yeah, they start week one hot at Ohio State. Then a little bit of an easier one at against San Jose State at home, then hosting UTEP and Sam Houston State. So three straight easy ones like USEC schools like to do before going back on the road to Florida to open up October, and then hosting it's a neutral site game against Oklahoma,
Yep.
then at Kentucky, at Mississippi State, home against Vanderbilt, traveling to Georgia in November, and then finishing out with home against Arkansas and home against Texas A&M.
Really? You want to go first?
Yeah,
I think this comes down to the Florida game because even if we're talking about win totals at 9.5, say they lose to Ohio State and they lose to Georgia on the road, then you're looking at Florida on the road.
In Georgia.
No, I've already counted Georgia though. Say they lose to Georgia and Ohio State.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So then they have A&M at home and then Florida on the road. Those are their,
So
I don't, and I guess Oklahoma too. But to me, it's really hard for me. I might be a little bit lower than most people in Oklahoma. I don't know. I just want to see the quarterback actually play some teams.
that's the thing with those two games for me is Oklahoma and Florida. It depends on their quarterback. So we don't even know if DJ Lagway, he's just been injury prone this whole time. So I'm still wondering about him. Is he going to be here?
DJ's got to start. If he's not healthy, obviously he can't play.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got to be your day one starter. He's just the best quarterback they had last year.
Yeah,
he's in a walking boot right now.
Yep.
But I don't know. I probably would just go over, but
if they pull one of those games out, Ohio State or Georgia, then it's an easy over. I believe so.
Texas is going over, but they're not going to be as good as everybody thinks.
Do you think they're going to lose?
You have under?
I'm taking the under, man.
I think they're going to beat Ohio State week one, probably lose to Georgia, because I think Ohio State's, they got a brand new quarterback. At least Ark's played a little bit. I think Texas defense is probably a little better at this point. But yeah.
Like I said, I haven't really kept up with the offseason, but Ohio State, Ryan Day can't win the big one against Michigan, but he can win other big games. So I think he can beat Arch in what'll be his first start as the like true starter. Obviously, he's made a few starts in the past. And then at Florida, I mean, who knows? Everyone's been saying for the last like 2 years, oh yeah, Florida's a 4-win team, but they're really good.
Yeah.
Well,
Tony, that
4-win
will be
team's
tough
really good.
for
You know what I
Texas to
mean?
go into Florida and beat them. That's not going to be easy.
No, I
Florida,
don't. No, I don't think it'll be
Florida's
easy. But I'm like, is this the year where they're actually like supposed to be good and are good, or is it
I
just
think
another
Florida's really
4-win
good,
Texas team
but their schedules,
or
they
Florida
got
team?
fucked with their schedule. So they're not going to, their record at the end of the year isn't going to show that they're a really good team. But I think, I think they could be as good as
the
A&M's of the past few
Kind of like
years.
last year. Just kind of
A&M
be like
went
Yeah.
and
last year.
A&M went A&M
Yeah.
went 9-3 last year,
That's what
and
I'm
that
saying.
losing to
That's
Auburn.
an under. That's an under.
Well, we're talking
So,
about Florida, not yeah, but I mean that would be an
but
I'm
over
talking
for
about Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
I think
That
their two hardest games are easily on the road at Georgia and Ohio State. I know,
that's
Alex, I
brutal.
think you said you kind of counted those as losses to start, which I agree with. And then you just have to have one other bad week. Maybe Arch gets hurt one week. Who knows? Also, I don't think, what is that? The week of Thanksgiving, November 22nd against
Uh-huh.
Arkansas. There's going to be a theme to today's show and throughout the entire year. And that is going to be that I'm going to be a hog rider all year.
That's
Brother,
I'm huge on
welcome.
Arkansas. I'm huge on
You
Arkansas
you
and
have a
Taylor
fellow
Green.
hog rider right there
yeah,
with
you got
you.
a fellow hog
I'm
rider.
We're
also
hog guys.
I'm also a cock rider. Lenora Sellers is gonna win the Heisman this year. I'll give you a little sneak peek earlier or for
He's a
later in the
phony. Sorry about
episode.
that, but he's phony.
He ain't no phony.
So for me, like I
He's
think
fat Jalen
Texas
Milrow is what he is.
I think Texas, I think they're going to be over. I think they'll probably hit that 10 win mark just because if they split Ohio State or Texas, I mean, they split those games, I think they'll probably get it. And Arch Manning is really good. The one I think they'll probably win is actually the Georgia game. I think
Wow.
Ohio State's going to be really good this year.
Counting that's a little ridiculous to say that.
They
Georgia
owned
hasn't
them
lost.
last year.
I think
Georgia
Ohio
hasn't lost a
State's
home
the-
game in 4 years.
We're
Like
talking
to
about-
to go ahead and count any Georgia.
Well, they
Like,
will a few weeks before.
Yeah, true.
Once again, to just like I just have a hard time saying Georgia at Georgia win when it hasn't happened in 5 years, 4 or 5 years.
Who's their quarterback this year? Georgia.
It's
Gunner
the
We'll
dude
go
that's
ahead
starting
and
the
go
Sugar
into
Bowl.
Georgia. I mean, Gunner Stockton. The over under for them is 9.5.
Please tell me their quarterbacks for the last 5 years and tell me which one played like they were Cam Newton. I mean, like really, like none
That's
of them.
invented.
Just listen to that Auburn fan. Just reach back 15 years into the past for something relevant.
Cam.
I mean, you get my point though. Like it's not exactly like they've had any like. I guess if you want to say,
Yeah, man. Ricky Stanzi was a difference maker too. Don't forget that 08 Orange Bowl.
that's a pull. That's that's in the weeds, man.
Cam Newton stole my laptop.
Good. Got him
was
in
He
Auburn.
actually stole our video. That's why it never got posted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, good.
Well,
Anyways,
you know.
it's okay. So we're over and you're under on Texas.
Yeah, I'm under on Texas.
I'm
Okay.
over.
I don't know. I don't know if Arch is
Actually, I think you
exactly.
convinced me. I think I'm going under too. You just kind of convinced me. I said I didn't think they were going to be as good, but thinking about
They lost a
At
lot
Ohio
too.
State,
They
at
lost a
Texas,
lot on.
On
They
their
lost
defense.
on their
But they do
defensive
have the
front
best
and their
edge rusher
offensive
in the
front. Like
nation.
they've lost a lot.
they have the best edge rusher in the nation.
And now I'm just gonna but and this is gonna be a theme in this thing too. And I know the Big Ten has this problem too, but their SEC schedule is very easy. Like they got an easy schedule last year. It's the only
my goodness.
difference this year is they do have to play at Georgia. But I mean, you can imagine last year they didn't even have to play at Georgia.
Yeah,
They just
I mean,
hosted
Well,
them.
yeah.
but
So,
think if they weren't starting this home and home series with Ohio State,
yes,
just put any other middling Power 5 school in there,
yeah.
and it's probably the easiest schedule in the country. Honestly,
That's the reason. I don't necessarily think Texas is winning the national championship or anything like that. I'm just saying,
Nah,
like,
I think they'll be in the playoffs with
because of their schedule.
yeah, they'll be X
If
and
anything,
2, and
Yeah,
if they're X and 3, it's because they lost the SEC championship game.
right.
When the
That's got-
SEC brought in Texas and Oklahoma,
They
they
didn't do
brought in
Oklahoma any
Texas
favors.
and they said, "Hey, buddy, come on, man." Oklahoma came in. They said, "Fuck you, fuck
Yeah,
you."
Go look at Oklahoma's schedule and flip their home and away games from last year. It's like they play, and I mean they still play at Alabama this year, and
They play
Well,
Michigan.
let's get into Georgia.
yeah, let's do
Well,
Georgia.
Oklahoma's not relevant, so
Mhm.
Georgia is starting by hosting Marshall, then Austin P, then traveling to Tennessee, back home at the end of September to host Bama, then hosting Kentucky to open October, then at Auburn, hosting Ole Miss in Florida with a bye week in between those. Florida is actually a neutral site game.
Mhm.
At Mississippi State versus Texas, home against Charlotte, and then closing, of course, against Georgia Tech.
Who's their first game?
And
Marshall.
Marshall.
Georgia Tech is
They
also a
don't
neutral
play
site
out of
game this
game.
year.
It's a
Yeah.
neutral site, but it's in
Merce-
Atlanta.
No, it's in but it's in Mercedes Benz.
Yeah,
It's not even at Georgia Tech this year. And I mean that was a Georgia Tech decision. The Mercedes Benz paid them. They paid them like $10 million or something like that to take the game.
But
So-
Georgia Tech is located in Atlanta, so it's basically a home game for Georgia Tech still.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Their schedule is very easy.
It's
Everybody's
ass
coming to
cheeks.
them. Yeah, I did not know
Okay,
that.
I'll say this, with non-conference scheduling, half of the SEC, I say great job. You fucking did it. And the other half, you fucking ass cheeks. Like, what do you do? Like,
Georgia's always been like this.
Georgia's.
I mean,
last year they played Clemson,
but the committee showed last year they don't care about non-conference.
I mean,
scheduling.
that's why I don't have a problem with the Indiana coach, and I know we'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to
that. I don't have a.
do.
I think
Right.
it's soft
Fucking
as shit what Sig did, but I get it.
But I mean,
get
if the only way to get in, if all you gotta do to get in is go 10-2, and you're in the SEC and Big Ten, why would you schedule the fucking games?
But wasn't it
Be the
Virginia? Like you should beat Virginia anyway.
Yeah.
Virginia's
Yeah,
pretty
it was
fucking
some-
bad.
it was something fucking
Virginia?
stupid.
It's
Yeah,
not.
it was-
It's not like it's
Virginia-
basketball, bro, where they're gonna press you for 60 minutes. Like,
Yeah, it was something stupid. But anyways,
I'll hit this one
Georgia's
first.
over.
I was gonna say, yeah, over easy. They're gonna go 10-2 at the least.
What is it?
I think this is an
9.5.
11-1 schedule.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
the hardest road games Tennessee, and then of course they have Bama. Which hot take? I'm not a DeBoer guy anymore. I'm off the train. I was on the train last year. I'm off the train this year.
Dumbass.
I kind of think I don't think any SEC team. I'm not predicting any SEC team to go undefeated.
No,
It's
hell no.
silly. But
No, I don't. No, I think they'll
but
be
if,
a lot.
but if
Anybody.
but if one team did, it would
Georgia.
be Georgia
Just because their schedule.
because
Yeah.
if they can beat Alabama at home and survive Tennessee, then they're
I mean, obviously they also have Texas. I forgot about Texas
Yeah.
towards the end of the year, but
Texas at home. They
Gonna be
kind of
tough.
had Texas's number last year. Alabama has their number though, so it's kind of We'll see. I'm over on Georgia.
it sounds like a group over
Over.
then.
Yeah,
Everybody?
group over.
All right, let's
Well-
move on then.
Yeah, we just talked about Bama. Bama 9.5. Josh, go ahead.
At Florida State, hosting UL Monroe, then hosting Wisconsin on the second half of the home and home, where they absolutely beat the fuck out of them last year. Then at Georgia, home against Vandy to try to get some revenge. At Mizzou, hosting Tennessee this year. Then at the Gamecocks, there's a loss.
Mm.
It's tough.
hosting
Hosting
I was
LSU,
there in
hosting
2010.
Oklahoma, hosting Eastern Illinois, and then of course the at Auburn for the Iron Bowl to finish.
Real quick, I just want to say, I'm not making fun of. Like, I do appreciate Alabama doing the two, and they did this way in advance,
Hmm.
and they're doing two power conference teams in their schedule. But holy fuck, the Florida State and Wisconsin are barely Power 4 teams this year.
They were good when we scheduled.
No,
They were good when they were scheduled. I'll
Yeah,
agree.
so-
Yeah.
Wisconsin coach is gonna get fired this year, right?
Probably Wisconsin's been so bad for like it used to be
Yeah.
back in the old Big Ten when there were two different divisions inside the conference. Wisconsin and Iowa would go back and forth in the West, and now that conferences are the thing, like Wisconsin
Well,
just can't keep up with the new power of the
it's
Big Ten.
Because he said, "Hey, I'm gonna go to Wisconsin and run the air raid
Yeah, that was pretty
at
dumb.
Wisconsin."
Real quick, and
Doesn't work.
because I'm gonna let Alex and Max do the bring on Alabama, but I just gonna say I have a feeling that it'll be an over. but 9.5 is a really good number because I could actually. That's a really good number for Alabama, I think,
Mhm.
because
I
I'm
mean,
flirting between 9-3 and 10-2, and like it might be one of those things where can they win and they've survived it a couple times, but can they survive like the Iron Bowl? They might be 9-2 going in the Iron Bowl, something like
Yep.
that.
my thing is find the losses, right? Whenever you're looking to go over, when you're playing the win-loss game, you got to find the losses.
But
Georgia, maybe
I'm gonna do Georgia because it's just at
Georgia.
Georgia, and
The
then
South
Iron Bowl's
Carolina.
always a
The
half
last
because you
11.
never know.
right now I'm saying South Carolina.
And it's in South Carolina. If it
That's
was in Tuscaloosa,
I'm very interested to see if that'll probably be the ABC night game, and that's probably
That'll be crazy. Their
yeah.
stadium is insane.
So I would say that right now they're 9-2 going in the Iron Bowl with losses to Georgia and South Carolina, and then
here's the,
fucking
are they 9-2 though? Like
who else do you have?
They lost to Vandy last year.
They're not gonna lose to
maybe
Vandy
that
at
just
home.
let's just play worst case scenario. Lose to Georgia, lose to Vandy. You'll get Missouri because it's Missouri and they're dog shit. Lose to Tennessee like you've been doing recently.
They
Lose to
rotate.
South
They rotate
Carolina.
home and away.
Lose to South Carolina, and
I mean,
your
well,
4 losses going into the Iron Bowl.
I don't see 4 losses going in the Iron Bowl. I guess there's a scenario where they lose the Iron Bowl and they have 4 losses, but like I'm more saying their probably worst case scenario is they lost to Tennessee, Georgia, and South Carolina going into the Iron Bowl, and they're 8-3. I I just
All I'm saying as Alabama to not make the playoff is plus 144. Might sprinkle.
mm,
I'll
Might
say
sprinkle.
both of y'all are dumb as shit. The defense, we got our whole defense coming back. We got the best 2 safeties, I think. In the,
You don't have a quarterback.
especially, huh?
You have 2 quarterbacks. If you have two
Oh yeah,
quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks.
we got Mr.
Everyone
Ty
knows that.
Simpson.
Who?
Ty Simpson.
Who?
The guy who was
I'm gonna
back
rage
up
bait
to
the
the
fuck
third
out of
round
this
draft
guy.
pick, Jalen Milrow, and people
Day
are
three,
oh,
day
oh,
three draft
people
pick Jalen Milrow. Day three
Arch
draft
Manning
pick.
couldn't start over
Day
a
3
seventh
draft
round
pick, and he was his
pick.
backup. And you think this is the guy?
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
You
I
can't get
don't
the
know if
judge
he's the
machine
guy.
to throw the
I
ball to
don't know if
fucking
he's the
Ryan Williams,
guy.
dog.
hey,
That's all I'm
was Arch
saying.
Manning better than Quinn Ewers?
Probably not. I don't know.
I don't.
Maybe.
I don't.
Some
I don't
some
really.
were saying. Some were saying.
I'll say this. I
Was
mean,
AJ McCarron not better than Greg
AJ
McElroy?
McCarron was dog shit, dog.
Not at Bama.
Crazy as fuck.
AJ McCarron was dog shit.
Not at Bama.
Hold on,
Not at
let's look up
Bama.
numbers.
this is fun. I'll say this: the defense is probably good enough for him to not be a superstar.
So the
Plus
thing
the
is for
board-
me,
Plus the board is not it.
I don't know about that either, but
Yeah, he's only like 115 in his career. He's fucking trash.
well,
Yeah.
I
Ass.
mean that we're
All I'm
he's
saying
a-
is that guy that coaches Iowa's got a lot more wins than DeBoer does. That's all
Brian
I'm saying.
Harsin was like top 5
Who
in
does?
win percentage for him when he came.
Kirk
to Auburn.
Ferentz, baby. Google him.
Kirk Ferentz, how many rings?
How many rings does DeBoer have?
He just inherited 18.
That's not how that fucking works.
He's got
Yeah.
Nick Saban. He got Nick Saban recruiting. for
okay,
him right
hold
now.
on a second. Let me say what I think. I think
No, nobody cares what you think, Alex.
it is all going to be dependent on obviously Ty Simpson, but what I believe the defense is going to be really, really good this year. Probably our best defense that we've had since
Be careful. 2011, 2012.
No. Probably since
Our
2020.
defense last year was better than the past 6 seasons of defenses we've had, numbers wise. I mean, not in sacks or anything, but in turnover, we're number 1 in the SEC in turnovers, points per game, lowest it's been since like 2017.
If
was gonna
Ty
say,
Simpson
We're
cannot
good,
turn
man.
the ball over, that's what we. If he
That's
like
the-
honestly,
yeah.
if he's a game manager, then we're over. But if we're having a QB battle, then that's what will be happening. We'll go less, but I think we'll be good. And also, we'll kind of talk about the next team. But LSU is going to be a large
Wait, let me
determinant.
get my real take on Bama for real. They could go 9-3. They could go 11. I think it's between 11-1, 9-3. But it depends on consistency. If you cannot, Jalen Milrow was so inconsistent that you had to play him because he had the most experience and he could break an 80-yard touchdown run on it, at any moment. So, between 11-1, 9-3.
Yep, it's And like
Or
so,
is that over or under though? Are you going over and under? Because that's a
I'm going
big.
over. I'm
So
going
you're
over.
so
I think the defense is going to be really good this year.
my number is y'all will either be 10-2 or 9-3.
So
Y'all
are
are
you
going to be
over or
10
under?
and
You gotta
No,
take.
I took the over, but I'm just saying like what
I'll
he's
take the
like.
under. Fuck you guys.
Hey, I mean,
We're Eagle.
I'm not gonna think. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Don't
Yeah,
tell my in-laws.
yeah.
they could shut down Alabama's football program right now, and in 50 years we'd still have the most rings. Suck my balls.
Well, you guys
I don't
claim
know,
like
bro.
three of them
Princeton,
were
Pr-
from the mid 1900s, where you had 3 losses. So
Princeton used to be a
Who? Which what
powerhouse.
year?
sometime in the 70s, I don't have the exact year off the top
Nah,
of my
Are you
head.
talking
they
about
joked it.
60? Are you talking about 68?
No,
Possibly, I
they
don't
joked
fucking
this
know.
in 66. We won it 64, 65, go undefeated in 66.
Well, by that logic,
And
you didn't win it in 17 or 18 because UCF went undefeated and you fucking didn't. Anyway, let's move on to
no.
LSU. So LSU opens at Clemson, then hosts Louisiana Tech and
First
Florida
time
and
back to
Southeast
back national
Louisiana.
champions to not be voted in going undefeated the national championship. Thank you.
listen,
All right, now we're moving on.
there we
Hey,
go.
real
LSU.
quick question. Why does Brian Kelly hate his life? Or why does the LSU athletic director hate his life? Why do they always fucking play like
It's
some
like a
I saw
classic
that video
rivalry
earlier.
or some shit with Clemson, dude. I don't get it.
well, a couple SEC teams have a classic like Georgia can say that, Auburn can say that, and Alabama can say that. Like, but they don't always play. No, they haven't played since.
I don't know. This is y'all's conference. I'm just here.
Ah, I mean, it's
What's the
okay.
schedule?
It's
At Clemson, hosting Louisiana Tech, hosting Florida, hosting Southeast Louisiana, then at Ole Miss, hosting the Gamecocks. There's a loss. At Vandy, hosting A&M, at Bama, hosting Arkansas, hosting Western Kentucky, and then at Oklahoma because the SEC is determined to make that a rivalry and it's not a fucking rivalry.
Very true.
I'm
For
tired of seeing
me,
it.
I get
And
so
their total's
everybody.
8.5. I don't know if we said that, but
Yeah,
Eight
eight
and a
and a half.
half.
Everybody keeps on talking about Garrett Nussmeier, and like obviously he threw for a lot of yards last year. But if you watched him in the big games, he was horrible. He was horrible against A&M. He was horrible against Bama. And I know he's kind of had like obviously a year to mature. But the main question for me is always going to be: is their defense anything? Because recently it just hasn't been.
They
And
should
so what?
they should be decent this year on defense.
So, but the
They,
thing
they,
for
they-
me is, I still don't think they're 9 wins good. I still don't. Like, I'm going to have to see something like to make me think that because they're going to lose to Clemson. Clemson is going to be really good this year. I think they're going to lose to Carolina and they're going to lose to us. And then, I mean, you can pick one of the other losses against A&M, against Oklahoma, or even Ole Miss. I think you said Ole Miss, right?
you think they're going to lose
yeah,
to
they host Ole
Carolina
Miss.
at home?
Who the fuck we talking about?
LSU.
LSU.
So
Oh, Nussmeier's a bitch. Quit. Actually, no, man. I like his dad.
Quitter?
His
I have
dad's
under.
cool.
He's a
Uh,
quitter.
no, it's just I have him under because I mean, look, Nussmeier's good, but against good teams last year, he was ass. I mean, against Alabama last year, I mean, he was. I mean, we played well, but like he was terrible. Like, I mean, he threw 2 picks, had a strip sack. I mean, he was just to me watching that game. It was 42-6 in the third quarter, and it was just the game was over. And it's like he didn't see any fight from him. He didn't. Usually if a good quarterback, their team gets down, they're up against maybe a better team than them. They'll at least at the end they'll start trying to fight and make some plays and score a few points, touchdowns or whatever. But man, I mean, against us, against USC, he wasn't good.
they won up in the last second against against South Carolina.
They
They
shouldn't have
shouldn't have
won
won
that
that
They
game.
game.
They would
shouldn't
have
have won
lost
that
that
They
game.
game.
should
Quite a
and
South
and
Carolina
they
should
had
have.
to go to OT against Ole Miss.
South Carolina got screwed by the refs that game.
Oh,
Yeah, trust me, I
quite
remember I lost
honestly
a lot
shouldn't
of
have beat Ole
fucking money on
Miss.
that game.
They shouldn't have beat Ole Miss either. The Ole Miss was
Shouldn't have
like
beat
up
Ole Miss. That was an
17 to
overtime,
3 to
right?
start the game.
So they went 9-4 last year. I guess 8-4 in the regular season
They beat
with those
Baylor.
two kind of bullshit wins.
They beat
Their
and then they
defense isn't good.
and then they beat Baylor. They're going to be better this year, but I get your point. And then in the bowl game, not that it matters. They beat Baylor, but Baylor's running back that was really good last year. I can't remember the dude's name. Got hurt on like the first quarter, so it was kind of.
I'm just not very high on Nussmeier. I mean, I think he's a
I'm
good.
not either. For the
I,
record, I
I
don't
think
like
he's
him.
I think he's good. I think he's solid. Like he's a guy. It's like I don't feel bad if he's my starting quarterback, but it's like
I would take him.
so far in big games he hasn't shown up.
He's honestly he's the first. He's normally with a quarterback you say he's too scared. He's too like trying to think of the word.
He's
Nonchalant.
Freddie
He's
Croyle.
too
He's Freddie
reckless.
Conservative.
Croyle is what
He's
he
too
is.
no. He's too reckless. Like he
Yeah,
doesn't. He throws so many picks.
yeah.
He does. He
He
throws
just
so many.
D-hop down there somewhere, fucking
Ye-
chucks it.
Well, and it won't even be those type of picks, man. He's thrown a
They'll
few
be bad
pick
ones. I
six,
mean,
like
he
pick
threw some bad
sixes,
ones against Bama.
Seeing
like
ghost.
yeah,
Yeah.
like seeing ghost pick six and pick sixes, not deep balls, just dumbass overthrowing to somebody. But yeah,
So it sounds like we're all on
under.
the under on this one.
I'm under just because I started going through their schedule, and I do think they lose to Bama, of course, and I think
My biggest reason why they're under is Brian Kelly, though.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
dweeb. I just
yeah.
want to slap him in his neck. Say, get the hell out of
Well, they're also
Louisiana.
going
You
to
don't
lose.
belong there.
They're also going to lose to Ole Miss. They got to go to Ole Miss, so they're going to lose to Ole Miss too. That's so you're yeah.
Everybody
I mean,
under.
Yeah, I'm
Everybody-
under.
Squad
All
right
right.
on the under.
I
Let's go
put this
South
next one
Carolina.
on here for me. This is mine.
I like this one.
Arkansas.
South Carolina. No,
South
South Carolina. I like South Carolina more than I like Arkansas.
We talked about South Carolina a lot last year.
Mhm.
They're a good football team.
Yeah.
They start hosting Virginia Tech, then South Carolina State in-state rivalry. Hosting Vandy to start the SEC play, then at Missouri, hosting Kentucky. Hopefully that game's as good as last year's was, because that was a hell of a game last year. Then traveling to LSU, we just talked about that one. Hosting Oklahoma and Bama back to back at the end of October. Then beginning November at Ole Miss, at A&M before coming home to host Coastal, and then finishing the year hosting Clemson as they do every year in rivalry week.
They have a good little stretch right there. They have some really good home games for them that they needed to be at home. That
Yeah,
Bama
so
game
what, 7
is
and-
huge.
They're looking for an 8-4 to go over.
Yes,
so
they have to hit 8-4 to go over.
Give me especially if they can beat us, then they're going to win 8 games at the least. I like their schedule. I like how their games line up. The big ones at home. I still think Clemson's going to beat them. The LSU game will be really big because they'll most likely be 5-0 or whatever going into that game, and that'll be the big one. I don't think Virginia Tech's that good. I think they're getting a lot of hype just because their stadium's really cool. Which I mean,
they got a bunch
it
of
is
hype
cool.
last year too and fell flat on their
They lost
week
lost
one.
to Vanderbilt week 1.
Yeah.
But here's my thing: is like Vandy's kind of the wild card here, right? Because if you say okay, they lose the games they're supposed to lose, LSU, Alabama, and Clemson, that's 3. They can still drop another one and still go over.
It'll be Vandy or A&M.
They have to play. They have to play
And
at
Ole
Ole
Miss.
Miss
Yeah.
and at A&M. I
What do you all know about Ole Miss that I don't know? Because
Taylor is
I
a
mean,
big Austin Simmons guy.
I'm a big
Okay,
Austin Simmons guy. I think he's. I mean, I'm a big Lane Kiffin guy. I trust Lane Kiffin.
Here's my thing, and I mentioned it earlier. I think Sellers is going to win the Heisman this year.
If Sellers wins the Heisman, then they're
the
going
Heisman
over.
winner doesn't go 9-3. He's going to be 10-2 or better, and I legitimately think Sellers is one of the best quarterbacks in the country this year.
Let me tell you why
I've
South
so many eggs
Carolina.
in this basket.
South Carolina is gonna go under because last year they had a top 10 roster in the country, I believe.
Their defense of line
And they absolutely shit it away. I don't trust Shane Beamer. I think he's good, never gonna be great. They lost too much on their interior defensive line. They lost too much on defense overall. They lost offensive linemen. They brought in a bunch of mid-major guys to come in and try to fill it up, but Sellers is gonna get them wins because he's so good. But Sellers doesn't have what he had around him last year. And
Sellers is
that
going to
sucks
be
'cause it
like
was only his
2011
freshman
Cam
year, but
Newton. He's going to put that university on his fucking back.
I don't think that's gonna happen or ever will happen again. But Auburn had the
Nick
luck of
Marshall
the
with the
Irish
goat,
that
for
year
real.
No, that was the
because they
kick 6
cheated,
year we
but
had
it's
the luck.
okay
Bold
because they paid
take.
them.
Bold take.
Yeah,
Nick
well, yeah, 'cause
Marshall.
it's illegal to
Nick
pay
Marshall, the
people.
goat of Auburn, not Cam Newton.
Really? So I'll say this. I'm gonna take them under, but that's just because I can't take everybody over, and also I will defend South Carolina a little bit here. They're saying they shitted away last year. Well, I mean, if they don't lose the LSU game like they shouldn't have, then they're in the playoff. So
True.
I mean that
They
their
True.
other loss was who?
against
Alabama.
us, and they almost came
Which
back and beat
they
us.
shit it
Yeah.
away though. They still shit it away.
Yeah.
Y'all tried to give it to them too. Like it took y'all
Yeah, we
trying to
were
give it
up
to
in
them.
that game, and is Dalen
And then
Milrow.
who was their other loss? They lost to Georgia, or did they? They don't play Georgia last year. So who did they lose to last year?
Clemson.
No, they beat Clemson.
They
That was
beat Clemson.
Yeah, because they beat Clemson and still got
They
left
got
out.
killed by Ole Miss.
Ole Miss beat the
Yeah.
Ole
shit
Miss
out
Yeah,
of
they
them.
beat the
shit out of
fucking
them. Yeah.
brakes off of them.
At South
Yeah.
Carolina.
Yeah, they at South Carolina. Yeah, that was what it was. So
Yeah, they took 3 losses, one by 2 points to Alabama, 3 points at the end of the game to LSU, and an absolute dick pounding by 24.
27-3 or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's
Yeah, something like
27-3.
And it wasn't that close either. Like Ole
No,
Miss was taking like knees in
they
the
were
red
up
zone
in the
like
first
twice.
quarter like 17-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a yeah. They got
I think
their
they
asses
barely
beat.
eclipsed 100 yards of offense that day.
I
That's
have
when Sellers was hurt.
so me
right?
and Josh have
Sellers
the
had
over.
162 passing yards.
Really?
But yeah, but their highest receiver only had 41, and Sellers was their leading rusher with 55.
Look, Robbie Ashford lost them to LSU game. I mean, classic.
Yeah.
Auburn QB.
Classic Auburn recruit.
Yeah. No, actually, he was at Oregon first.
So we're split. Me
Split.
and
Yeah.
me
You and Alex, me and Max.
yeah.
All right, Taylor. Here's
I
the
put
one that
this one on here for Taylor.
Only
Only
you
for
care
Taylor.
about.
Look, man, I'm just gonna say this. Y'all
how's
know me. So
recruiting.
Under.
it's actually getting better.
August is here. They can do it legally now.
Well, no. So what we did was
the right way.
we just bet that they weren't gonna let NIL like them keep the NIL aspect of it, but they are. So we're starting to we'll flip a couple. I don't really care about
Hold
recruiting.
on.
I mean, we got to win.
Josh, go ahead and say the schedule for them real quick.
Fuck doesn't matter. At Baylor, hosting Ball State,
L,
hosting
L,
South
L.
Alabama, at Oklahoma, at Texas A&M, hosting Georgia, hosting Mizzou, at Arkansas, hosting Kentucky, at Vandy, hosting Mercer, hosting Alabama for the Iron Bowl.
So the key to this is Auburn needs to be after the Georgia game 4-2.
What is it? 7.5, 8.5?
7.5.
Auburn needs to be 4-2 after the Georgia game, because after the Georgia game, like you said, they play. It gets a lot up into Alabama. Read between after Georgia and before Alabama. Read the
Missouri,
teams.
at Arkansas, that's a loss. Versus hosting Kentucky, at Vandy, and then of course Mercer for their cupcake week at the end.
So if you can get to 4-2, if you get to 4-2 after the Georgia game, which means you have to beat Baylor. That's the biggest game in Auburn in a long time. They have to beat Baylor.
Yeah.
And then they have to go 1-1 at Oklahoma.
Does their
at
win
A&M.
total this season literally rest on week 1?
Yes.
August 29th?
No. Hugh Freeze's job rests on week 1.
It probably does. But they have to.
The Auburn Twitter army is.
I'll say this though. Hey, I'll say this though. If Auburn's 4-1, the Georgia game they've already announced. If Auburn somehow, if Auburn is 4-1 or 5-0,
Taylor, we can get tickets to the Arkansas game for $52. You want to go get eyes on?
we might have to do that. We could put it on the company card.
There you go.
If Auburn somehow is 4-1 or 5-0, 4-1 means they lose one of the Baylor, Texas A&M, Oklahoma games. They play Georgia at night. That's already announced. It's like a 7:00 night game.
Game day.
Game day will be there probably. I've seen crazier things happen.
Auburn will not be X-1 going into that game with game day. There's no fucking shot.
You don't think there's a shot?
No shot.
I will say
I would say Auburn offensively.
They're going to shit the bed against Oklahoma.
We'll see. I mean, who do you think in the league has a better wide receiving core than Auburn?
You act like I've paid attention to your roster.
I'm
you
asking
guys haven't
Alex.
been relevant since fucking.
I mean, in the SEC, the only one that's close is Bama. So
Thank you. Auburn's got talent, man. They really do. Now, will they shit the bed? They might, because it's just what we do. But to say like this isn't like the last couple of years where they just. I mean, it's a little bit like last year, because last year they should have won way more games than they did. But they have really good talent on the defensive line. Keldrick Fox, a top 10 pick. Jared Smith is already starting as a freshman. I'm gonna go over, but I'm not gonna. They say they're gonna go 11-1 or 10-2, but I definitely think they can go 8-4.
I have Auburn over. I know I've said a lot of overs just because some of the teams that we're not going to do, I actually have a lot of unders for the other ones. I think Jackson Arnold and their wide receiver core actually is good. It's only an over because they're going to be 8-4. But
Also,
if
this
they
is the
let-
first year since 2018. Thanks, Gus Malzahn, that Auburn actually will have 5 starting offensive linemen that have draftable grades before going into the season. That is a fact. That has not happened since 2017.
I will say if they lose to Baylor though, Taylor, buckle up.
No, I know they have to beat Baylor, and if they can't beat Baylor, then he needs to get fired anyways, probably. So
Everything in my body wants me to go over for Auburn. I think they have the players in place. But the one issue is Hugh Freeze is their head coach. And he's a dumbass.
They
He
have to
is.
have size and girth.
Kalen DeBoer defender.
They gotta have size and girth. And he just looks like a fucking chipmunk squirrel.
Y'all should all be canceled.
Like, so I'm gonna go under. Auburn wins 7 games.
That would be a disaster.
I'm gonna no pick. I don't have an
Okay.
opinion on this one.
Okay.
I put this on here just for
I'm
Taylor.
only going under because I hate Auburn too. So
Yeah.
throw that in there. Hey, I'm
All
not
right.
I'm not an unbiased sports guy. I'm very biased.
Let's
Let's
let
go to the
Josh
best
take the
conference in the
wheel.
country, boys.
Yo, good God.
We got the
Northwestern,
national
maybe
championship,
Purdue.
baby.
I will say the top end of the league is probably a little bit better than the SEC's top right now.
I think you go
I think it's about the same.
1-for-1 down the conference. I think the Big Ten beats the SEC. I'm not lying.
That's where I disagree. I
We
think
should
do
I think
You
up
want to go
top-
shot for shot right now?
I think
Let's
up
You want to go
top- I
shot
think-
for shot literally
do it.
right now?
Do you
Okay.
did they do the preseason polls? Do you have the media polls for the Big Ten?
No. I don't have any media polls.
Because you're like when you do shot for shot, what are you gonna do? You're gonna like
I'm going to say, like, okay, here's our best team. Here's your best team. Second best, third best, shot for shot.
okay, go for it.
All right. I would say our best team's Ohio State. Who's your best team? My best team's the defending national champion and the favorite to win the national
I think-
championship.
I
I'll go
think-
off I got the preseason media poll right here.
It was
for
Texas,
Bama.
right?
It's Texas.
Yes. So I think you're not. Go ahead, but
I think on paper Texas is a better team right now. I think with the top teams in the Big Ten, you could do either way. I think that if they played, if Texas and Ohio State played, 5 times, one of them's gonna get 3, one of them's gonna get 2, obviously, but I don't think one of them's gonna sweep them or anything
Josh,
like
this
that.
is a bad spot for you. You have 3 SEC guys.
I know. I'm in
no, he's doing this for fun. But my original point was that your top was better than our top. That's what
I'll
she said.
I'll give you
But-
Ohio State over Texas. I'll do that.
Okay. Would you
But
give
you're
me
saying top to
So
bottom.
who's second? Georgia?
Georgia.
I'd
Georgia
take
was-
Oregon over Georgia. I'd take Dan Lanning over Kirby personally.
Crazy as shit.
Really?
Kirby has 2 natties. Dan Lanning
Kirby has 2
Dan-
fucking.
Kirby's also been in the game way fucking longer.
Dan Lanning has just jack
Danny
off.
Lanning
That's all
has
he's done is
dumbass
jack off.
syndrome.
He's
Dumbass
wasted
syndrome.
talent. And lose
He's gonna
a
be
big
good
game.
one day when he's at.
And
Dan
guess who owns Dan Lanning? His daddy, Kalen DeBoer.
Kalen DeBoer's not playing. Playing Kirby
Okay.
Smart.
So
I will
mean,
give you though. I'll give you Bama over Penn
Can't
State
see
because I'm a
this.
Drew Aller hater. I'll
okay,
give
so
you that.
all right. So my point is, after you do that, in your opinion, it's 2-1 Big Ten right now.
I
This
would
is
say-
where this is where you're gonna hit a wall.
Michigan versus LSU?
LSU.
Bullshit.
LSU right now, yeah.
Bullshit.
We
If
don't know
LSU
any-
if
That's
LSU
wild.
Oklahoma's gonna beat Michigan.
LSU or Michigan, is that what we're talking?
Yeah,
I
that's
would
who
put
he.
Michigan at 4. I would put Michigan at 4.
And the LSU is projected to be our 4th right now in the media poll.
Okay, who's after Michigan?
Hang on. Let me get the media.
Now, this is where you got to start pulling out Illinois, probably.
Illinois
Just
or
because-
Indiana?
Yeah, it's gonna be Illinois. Illinois is probably gonna be that 3rd Big Ten team that makes playoffs, but that's another story.
Let's see if you can see this. Can you see? No, you can't see it. Fuck. I wish you
So
could-
according to On 3, it's USC is 5th.
Well, South Carolina
Versus-
blows them out of the water.
South Carolina.
Yeah, I'd
beats
probably
you.
give you that. I'll probably give you that.
So you've given us 2 right now in the Big Ten 3.
Yeah.
I'm just
Who
interested in
you got
yours.
6? Who you got 6?
Florida.
I got the Hoosiers.
Florida would beat
I'll
Indiana.
take the SIGs. I'm taking the SIGs.
Bro.
Dude, look at the fucking body of work from last year.
What
Year
body of work?
And then they went to Notre Dame and got the fuck beat out of them.
happens.
No, because it was the only legit game they played all year.
He got 7.
Actually, they played Ohio State, and Ohio State beat the fuck out of them.
He got 7.
Ole Miss.
Got the Hawkeyes.
Ole Miss. Well,
Ole Miss, come on, bro.
okay, get ready after this.
Yeah.
A&M, Texas A&M.
I'll give you A&M because I got the Huskers there. So
Okay, then we have Tennessee.
Tennessee is 10th.
Tennessee versus Illini. Whoa, I'm on 9. Where are you guys? I'm on 9. You must have skipped somebody.
Or is Tennessee 9th?
Tennessee's 9th.
Tennessee's 9th. I'm sorry.
I got Illinois. I'll give you Tennessee. I'll give you Tennessee.
Who's 10th?
Washington.
Oklahoma.
I'm taking Washington. Oklahoma's been so bad recently. Are you fucking kidding?
No.
Hey, do you know that Washington played Oklahoma's quarterback last year, right?
No, I don't pay attention to
Mateer from
transfers.
the Washington State quarterback's at Oklahoma now.
Okay, cool. That's an apple. Dude, rivalry games don't mean shit. Auburn can beat Alabama year in, year out in the Iron Bowl. Like, fuck it, that don't matter. Who you got 11? Who you got 11?
Auburn.
I got the Gophers. I'll give you Auburn.
Yeah.
Out of respect, I'll give you Auburn. I probably shouldn't, but I'll give it to you.
Okay, next up we have Missouri.
I'll take the Badgers.
Bro, who do you think is going to give Alabama a better game this year? Wisconsin or Missouri?
Wisconsin. They can't fall on their face flat like that twice, bro.
They can, and they will.
We'll see.
Okay, fine.
Next.
I mean, this is
This is fun. I like it.
This is
very
fun.
entertaining.
This is actually better than doing the Big Ten win totals.
Next up, come on.
I got Michigan State at 13. He got 13.
Vandy wins.
Vandy beats Michigan State.
I won't fight you guys on that.
14,
yeah, 14 I got UCLA, according
Arkansas,
to
Hog Riders.
Oh,
we won.
All right.
We already won then. We won. You just picked us more.
Last two.
I still got 4, so I got 2 free ones there.
No, well,
that's math, baby.
Yeah, okay. All right. We don't do math down here.
You do your cousins. Who you got?
Kentucky.
Hey, fun fact. Josh,
I can give you Rutgers. Rutgers is a
Josh,
scrappy
what state
squad.
do you live in? What state do you live? We won't dox your city, but what state do you live in?
I'm in
Okay,
Alabama.
that's what I thought.
I'll give Rutgers over Kentucky. Kentucky's horrible.
Yeah,
They're both-
Kentucky. Yeah,
that game will just be a tie.
Yeah, that could. Yeah.
And then
As soon as you cross state lines into Alabama, you go, ooh, cousin's pretty sexy.
And then Maryland's 16, which I'll
State.
pay you not to let me not watch that football game.
I would also
Maryland might beat Mississippi State.
Maryland might beat Mississippi State.
No,
Yeah,
they probably
although-
would, but that doesn't mean I want to watch
You can have
the
that
game.
one. You can have
Mississippi
that
Mississippi State does have their quarterback back, so
Someone
they'll
total
lose,
that
but
up.
they won't look as bad.
Someone total that up. Who wins?
I think we won.
I don't know. Alex, you'll have to make this the short and put running counts or some shit.
Yeah, that's the.
But we
Go
did
through
it. We won. SEC's better.
Go through
Yeah.
Josh. Go through some of these win totals real quick, and this is
Yeah,
you're
we
going to
gotta-
be really giving the insight here on what you
Yeah,
think.
so Oregon, we'll start with Oregon because they're the one I have listed first. 10.5. Montana State, Oklahoma State, both in Oregon, then at
Oklahoma State.
Northwestern.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's an odd one, right?
Oregon's
that's
schedule sucks this year, doesn't it?
At Northwestern, then home against Oregon State, at Penn State, hosting Indiana, at Rutgers, hosting Wisconsin, at Iowa, hosting Minnesota and USC, and then finishing at Washington.
Okay, that's an easy over. That's an over.
easy.
Their schedule sucks this year.
Their only hard
Penn
game
State.
is Penn State and Indiana if you think Indiana does their shit again. But here's
Higher on
If
Illinois than I am on
Penn
Indiana.
State's dog shit. Penn State, Drew Aller is not him. This is going to be a running fucking theme through this season. I don't like Drew Aller. I think he's bad at football.
Drew Aller equals Nussmeier to me.
Fair.
With less
They don't-
pass
they don't-
efficiency.
They just don't show
LSU
up in
and-
big games.
LSU and Penn State.
Aller can't cover the spread in little games. He was trailing at halftime to Bowling Green last year.
I always joked and said that James Franklin's gonna get a contract extension because his big win was Boise State. Because he never won a big game. He beat SMU and Boise State to make it to this, and he's like, "We made the semifinals."
Yeah,
Drew Aller
dude,
was
like,
a Tyler Warren merchant last year.
Oh my
facts.
God, that was
Oh,
their
Tyler Warren was-
playmaker.
100%. And
he's
shout
the
out,
GOAT.
the Colts got him. Now they
I'm
suck.
so
Tyler
glad
Warren's a
that we're
great
shitting
player.
on Drew Aller and we haven't
Yeah,
even
I
gotten to Penn
don't
State
like
yet,
I don't
bro.
like him as
I'm
well.
so happy.
You
we
don't
haven't-
even have to under
Oh.
Penn State. Yeah, under.
No,
Penn
we're
State.
going over Penn State so I can shit on Drew Aller.
That's fair. I mean, I'm good. I'm good with that.
Everybody good
So
with Oregon
everyone's
over though.
Oregon over.
Oregon's what is it? 9.5.
10.5.
But I will say,
Yeah, they're
I
not going to
don't know
lose.
how
big
good their
over.
quarterback is.
I don't even know who's
It's
playing
is it the
quarterback for him.
it's
Dante
the
Moore
no they got him. Oregon doesn't
from UCLA.
the
No, the UCLA guy went to Tennessee. They traded quarterbacks.
yeah.
No, he played at UCLA the year before. He transferred to Oregon last year. I'm pretty sure he was the backup last year.
Dante Moore.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
in the
so-
system he'll be fine.
He's mobile though, ain't he?
Yeah.
he's mobile.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
But
in Dan Lanning's
he
system.
started his freshman year at UCLA and he was trash, but UCLA was trash. So
Oregon
UCLA hasn't been getting a long time.
That was their backup plan. Oregon was the team that was trying to get Quinn Ewers to come back.
Yeah. Let's go to Ohio State. We all like the over for Oregon. Ohio
Yeah.
State's also 10.5. Of course, they open home against Texas. We've already talked about that. Then hosting Grambling, hosting Ohio, at Washington, hosting Minnesota, then at Illinois, at Wisconsin. They might drop one of those. Watch out.
It would be Illinois.
Yeah, it would be Illinois, but watch out for that one, honestly. Then hosting Penn State, at Purdue, hosting UCLA and Rutgers, and then at Michigan, of course, to finish. We know they're going to lose to
Ooh.
Michigan. Ryan Day physically can't win that fucking
so,
game.
So there's one, and Purdue will blow them out of the way. I'm just kidding. Honestly,
Because,
like
you say it's Illinois. I think Illinois could beat them down. They could still win, but then going into the next week, they against Wisconsin, a look ahead to Penn State, and they could drop it to Wisconsin.
Well, they're not losing to Penn State. I go ahead and tell you that.
They
will not lose to Penn State because Penn State is incapable of winning a big game against anybody that's not a Make-A-Wish playoff team because of the conference they're in.
It's the Texas and it's the Michigan.
No
Yeah.
disrespect to Ashton.
They also do get a bye week before that Penn State game.
I think this year they fixed the Michigan problem. I think they do.
If they don't, Dan Lanning's going to get fired. Or not Dan Lanning. Fucking Ryan Day will be fired.
That's
Nah,
crazy
the
to me
only
because
thing
he
that
won a
saved his
national
job last year-
championship.
That's the only thing that saved his job.
I mean, you're right about that.
That's
If you-
literally the
no.
only reason he still has his job.
Go back and watch our podcast about the playoff. I said he had to win the national championship to keep his job.
It's the only reason still has his job.
I'm gonna go. Well, because I have them beating Texas, so I'm gonna go over. So
I'm gonna
I
go
think-
under.
I think-
He can't beat Michigan, and I think he drops something between Illinois, Wisconsin, Penn State. I think they drop one.
I just think they go 11-1, and they probably play in Oregon in the Big Ten title game.
I have over. I have just for the fact that Jeremiah Smith and Julian saying, well, I'll talk about them later, but that's why.
I don't think you guys are wrong, but I can't go over. I think they drop one.
You would know this more than me. So I mean,
he cannot beat Michigan. He can't do it.
No, I don't think he's beat Michigan. I just
and then he just has to drop. They just have to drop one somewhere is the thing. Like if I know you're going to lose a game and you can only lose one game.
I've noticed that with the top two teams in the SEC, they're doing 9.5 win totals and they're doing 10.5 on Oregon makes sense because they're scheduled, but damn, 10.5 kind of sucks for Ohio State.
The top three in the SEC are 9.5. The top three in the Big Ten are 10.5. Let's go to Penn. I'm under. You
Max,
guys
what
are
do you think?
overs.
They have Penn State at 10.5.
Drew Aller is getting his cock sucked in the national media, bro.
Okay,
We're
I'm
on
going.
Penn State, yeah.
Yeah, we're about to be on Penn State. Yeah, I'm over on Ohio State.
All right,
Give
Penn
us Penn
State,
State.
of course, 10.5. Hosting Nevada, hosting Florida International, hosting Villanova,
What a
hosting
non-con.
Oregon.
Villanova has a football team?
Yeah, but they're FCS.
It's like their first year. No, I think they bumped up finally.
What conference are they in?
I don't know. Anyhow, hosting Oregon, at UCLA, hosting Northwestern, at Iowa, at Ohio State, hosting Indiana, at Michigan State, hosting Nebraska at Rutgers. They're going to be
Wow.
an 8-win football team.
I got them.
Iowa
That-
will
The
beat Penn
very
State this
best.
year.
They're at the
Write
very
it down right now. Iowa will beat Penn State this year.
no. So I counted them. So when you said
That
Ohio
stretch that
State,
they had.
Ohio State, Iowa, and Oregon. They're losing all three of those.
And Indiana.
Is Indiana at Indiana or is it at Penn
No,
State?
it's in Penn State.
That'll be a close. But
It-
They're losing-
this is
it'll
not
probably
even.
be a
But they're
whiteout.
under. They're under. They're still under for me.
Yeah,
They're
they're
losing
under.
Ohio State and Oregon. So I mean, boom.
and they will lose one of Iowa, Indiana. But they're
Yeah.
playing at Iowa. I've seen them go there before and look shitty. So yeah.
Yep.
And also Drew Aller has
Kinnick's
been
a
getting
hard place to play. Kinnick is a hard place to play.
Drew Aller's been getting like the media has been just claiming all these things about him, how he is going to be like the first pick in like the draft, like the first quarterback take. And I'm just like, I don't know where y'all saw that last year. I mean, I know that he's got the physical attributes, and I think that's what they're doing is kind of drawing the Josh Allen. But I mean, last year he didn't really show me that. And some of those games against like the bad teams like West Virginia and some of those other games he did like stack his stats up, but in the good games he really wasn't anything. So
I made so much money fading Drew Aller last year. It's not even funny.
I mean, yeah. I don't really see much in him, and
Sounds like we're all on under. I mean, Max hasn't even talked, but I think he's on the under.
I think I said under.
Yeah. So let's go to Michigan. They're on 9.5.
under.
Hosting New Mexico, at Oklahoma, hosting Central Michigan, at Nebraska, hosting Wisconsin, at USC, hosting Washington, at Michigan State, hosting Purdue, at Northwestern, at Maryland, and then of course hosting Ohio State.
Wow,
hey, Michigan has a
I
good
think
schedule.
it's a big over.
I didn't know they had that easy of a
That's
schedule.
crazy. I think this is an over.
I agree. I think it's a 10-win
Michigan
season.
undefeated.
Well, I've just changed my mind now because their schedule's awful.
Not undefeated. No, 10-2 though. 10
Who
and
did
Dude,
they,
2.
who did
who
they
did I-
lose to?
who-
did they
I
lose
count-
to?
Ohio State.
No,
Oklahoma-
deadass, who they lose to?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, Ohio State.
They don't lose to Ohio State. Ryan
Well,
Day can't win
they'll
that
lose.
game.
They'll lose to Oklahoma. They
Watch
could
out for
lo-
Michigan going
They could lose
undefeated.
to. They could lose to USC.
That's a good schedule. I did not know their schedule
That's
was like
cra-
that this
yeah, I
year.
didn't know that schedule. That's wild.
Yeah, I've been sitting on Michigan, but I didn't know their schedule.
And they
so
got
I'm
that
taking
quarterback that
back.
they paid $10 million.
Hey, Michigan under. Sharon Moore gets fired at the end of the year.
Whoa, that's a big one.
That's bold. Let's go
I mean,
to the
Their
smoke.
offense is terrible. Their offense is terrible. And they don't have those first rounders they did last year. I know they got some decent guys, but they don't have the guys they did last year.
Let's go to the smoke and SIGs. Can we talk about the smoke and SIGs?
Sure,
All
they
right.
play.
One thing I will say, if
Bravo
Michigan
High
only
School-
wins 8 games next year, then that will be I mean,
He's fired. They're going to fire him.
Yeah, go ahead and game out.
Especially if they don't beat Ohio State. He's done.
Well, I don't.
His
I don't-
first loss against Ohio State won't be the last straw.
I don't think it's about beating Ohio
They're
State.
gonna
I
go
think
get a real coach, not some guy who's just there, who is the scapegoat for all their fucking cheating and shit.
Isn't he suspended for the first game of the year?
I think
I
he
think
is.
so, yeah.
That'll be
Don't
interesting.
quote me on that, but
Which I'm not gonna say he's not a good coach, but he's definitely the scapegoat for all their fucking bullshit they've been through, and because Jim Harbaugh's just over there chilling, and he's the guy that has to get in trouble for it.
let's get into Indiana's schedule. They open up against Hoover High School. Then I
Something
think
like it.
then they play Thompson High School. Then
Old Dominion-
Then they play Prattville Junior High School. They
Close.
didn't want to play Prattville High School. this
Close.
they're lucky Donnie Burnett stepped down as head coach.
year. Yeah.
They got Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, Indiana State. So you're not far off. You're not
That's
far off.
awful. I mean, I kind of
I hope to God they lose one of those games.
that would be hilarious. I
And
kind
then-
of respect it in the way where like it's like, oh fuck you, but I kind of respect it if you just want to be an asshole like
I don't
Snetti.
respect it. I don't respect it because he does.
Well, hold
that,
on. Let,
and then
let
he
him finish
talks
the
shit.
schedule. Let him finish
Go
the
ahead.
schedule.
Go ahead.
Yeah, do the
Hosting
schedule.
Illinois, at Iowa, at Oregon, hosting Michigan State, hosting UCLA, at Maryland, at Penn State, hosting Wisconsin, at Purdue to finish.
Well,
8.5's the total.
Well, over because I don't really
you have
see
to
them.
go over.
Yeah.
Illinois, Iowa, and
Illinois, Iowa would be
Oregon.
tough for them.
Did they play
yeah,
Oregon?
That'll be tough.
They play Oregon, and they also play Penn State. If you want to put any weight on that,
Yeah,
But
I
even
think-
Give me the
that,
under. Give me the
that's
under.
probably
go
that's
under.
probably their 2 losses though. They do
Yeah.
play. Do they play Illinois
they play
Yeah.
Illinois
on the road or at home?
at home. It's their. It's going to be their first real game of the year,
All right.
though.
All right, because I'm high on Illinois, I'm going under. I'm going under. We're going.
Give
We're going
me an 8-win season.
8-win season, which
And
is
fingers
honestly
crossed, Old
good for
Dominion
them.
beats them.
I'll take
Fingers
the over.
crossed.
I'm going to
You'll
take
take-
the over.
you're gonna take
I
the
don't. I
over?
don't. I
Over
don't see
just
the
for the
4
fuck of it.
losses
But I don't
or
hate
5
Kurt
losses.
Cinetti,
Or,
but
yeah, 4 losses.
It's
he's a
4
shit
losses.
talker when he has no shit to talk. I mean, he sits there and says, anybody, anywhere, and it's like, no, not really.
Not
in
Virginia.
Virginia. Not in Virginia. At
See,
least.
that's somebody on their PR team should have gone to the athletic department and been like, we're not going to drop the Virginia game, are we? And they're going to be like, yeah, we're dropping all our power conference games. We're like, cool. I get the point, but this is not the game to drop. It'd be one thing if it was fucking
Yeah.
Oklahoma State or some shit like that, or like Kansas State or some shit like that. It's fucking Virginia. They're barely even a power conference team. In fact, there's some group of 5 teams that I would rather play Virginia than I would play them.
I would drop Liberty
Yes.
before I dropped Virginia.
Facts.
Yes, I quite honestly, I didn't even think about that. Yes, I would too. Yeah.
I drop Western Kentucky.
App
is it-
State.
Is what's his name at Western Kentucky? The quarterback, what's his name?
Auburn's
Auburn guy?
quarterback.
No,
Still.
Peyton Thorne's.
He's somewhere
Peyton
else
Thorne's.
now.
Peyton Thorne's actually, or Finley. Finley went to Tulane, but he got kicked out. He stole a car. Yeah,
New Orleans will do that to you.
yeah,
Can we move on to the Hawkeyes?
absolutely. Yep, go for it.
All
This
right.
is your time. This is your time to shine.
7.5. 7.5.
All right.
I
Talk
couldn't
it.
tell you. I cannot tell you the last time we did not win 8. I honestly can't. Albany hosting, or no, sorry, on the road in the Cyhawk Bowl this year. UMass at Rutgers, Indiana at Wisconsin, hosting Penn State, Minnesota, and Oregon all in a row. At USC in the middle of November. That's gonna be a great vacation. That's gonna be an Iowa home game. And then hosting Michigan, and then at Nebraska, whose corn is actually awful.
Is it really?
It's bad. It's the worst corn you'll ever eat.
When do y'all play USC? Because this is kind of what I've been looking forward to.
Middle
is
of
what-
November.
This is that. See that, and when Oregon has like this, like Oregon did it last year, and they almost lost to Wisconsin. I remember that, right? That was like Oregon had to go play Wisconsin in the middle of like November, and it was really fucking cold, and they won by like a touchdown.
But we're going
Yeah.
to USC. Like, it's gonna be a great vacation for the guys.
Oh, I thought USC was coming to y'all.
no,
Damn.
no. We go to USC, but it's
Let
gonna be
me
a home
say-
game. Like,
Let me say, if y'all beat Iowa State, Indiana, Iowa, undefeated game. I mean,
yeah,
no,
I
I
mean,
mean-
that could be game day. Dead
Yeah.
ass.
What week is that?
September 27th.
No, it's not.
Yep.
Georgia and Alabama play that week.
dang.
Hey, that's Ryder.
I
Hey, by the way, just real quick,
Ryder
I
Cup,
don't give
yep.
a shit about that's Ryder Cup weekend. We got Penn State, Oregon, Alabama, Georgia, and the Ryder Cup all in one weekend.
hmm
That's crazy.
And someone somewhere has their wedding on that day. Can you imagine that?
Oh my god.
I'm going to a wedding that day.
No,
Fuck
you're
that,
fucking.
I'm not.
I'm
Yep.
not.
I'm going to a wedding that day.
I had
Oh,
mine
that
November 5th.
sucks.
Alabama LSU game when Jaden Daniels beat us in overtime.
Mhm.
I have a
Ruined-
wedding during the
Ruined
Auburn
my
Arkansas.
fucking
I'm-
night, actually.
I'm taking the over. Kirk,
I'll take the
once
over, too.
once every 5 years we have a bad year. That was last year. This is the reset year. We're gonna have 10 wins this year.
Who's your starting quarterback? It's the
Couldn't
dude
name
from.
him.
Is it gonna be the Auburn's backup from last year?
No,
Is
they
he
got someone
there?
else.
He's there. Hank, what's his
It's
name?
I think it's Stratton from San Diego State or South Dakota State.
Yeah.
He's our backup's there.
Give me the under. Give me the under.
Over. It's your first show, Josh. I'm gonna go over.
I'm going over. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, we're going over.
I mean, I don't think you're going 11-1 or anything like that, but 7.5 is
We're gonna have a 10 win year. Promise.
okay.
Give me the under the Fighting Kalen Clarks. Last year they couldn't win a close game.
No, we were bad last year. I stopped
Usually,
watching.
I heard a stat earlier, maybe today or yesterday, of the past 5 years or so, Iowa's like 17-2 in one score games, and last year they were like, I think they lost four of them or three or four of them.
Sounds about right. But also, one of
Um,
those one score games was the false fair catch call.
Yeah.
That wasn't a
Yeah.
fair catch. It was a touchdown. We should have won and had Floyd, but I digress.
You know what? No, I'll
That's
go
fair.
over. I like the quarterback. I like the quarterback. I think
The,
he's better than what y'all ever had, probably.
the thing about
He
doing
ain't no Ricky
these,
Stanzi.
the thing about doing these win totals with teams is like
We don't know.
bad teams lose a lot and good, but they don't lose by a lot. They just lose a lot, and good teams don't always win by a lot. They just always win.
Good teams win,
And
great teams cover.
now that is true. Um,
Let
the
me
Chiefs.
say, Angel Reese is better than Caitlin Clark.
You
That's
shut your dirty
crazy.
fucking mouth.
Caitlin Clark's racist.
That's wild. Out there getting her me bounds.
Hold on. Okay, what's the color for the next dildo thrown on the court? What is it?
Neon pink. It's gotta be neon pink.
I haven't done purple yet, have they?
The last one was green.
I think it's going to be a Big Ten Pride Month rainbow.
Sponsored. That's a good one.
That's a good
Alex-
sponsor.
Alex, take us through the ACC, man.
I mean, next up is Clemson. I say we can kind of speed run some of these.
I'll go ahead. I'm going to go take a piss real quick. Is that okay?
That's
If I can
good.
do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can do that.
You can do
Thanks.
that, sure, buddy.
See you later.
Clemson is at 9.5.
Over.
Do you have the schedule?
Yeah, LSU, Troy at Georgia Tech, Syracuse at North Carolina, at Boston College, SMU, Duke, Florida State, all at home. On the road in Louisville, hosting Furman, at South Carolina.
Easy over.
They will be. There's a good chance that they're 11-0 going to South Carolina.
Easy over.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty easy.
I'm
over.
not
Nate
even.
Klubnik-
This is not even me sucking Clemson's dick. This
Like,
is
this
just how
isn't-
bad the ACC is.
This isn't the same Boston College from last year. They're not going to be the same.
Hey.
SMU got a taste of real football.
Well, Florida
last
State
year.
got the Boston College quarterback because he's doing all that shit talking to head to Alabama.
Is that where he ended up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the one. He's the one shit talking Alabama right now.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, he's at Florida
Very
State.
smart man.
He's letting that shit hang, huh? I support it, honestly.
He's
That's
trying
awesome.
to.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
I support it.
Yeah,
So everyone's on over 9.5. I
they're
think
gonna
that should be
win
pretty easy.
10.
So Miami also with an interesting quarterback situation, bringing in what's his fuck
Carson
from
Beck.
Georgia.
Carson
ugly, one of the ugliest motherfuckers to ever
And he
walk the
fumbled the bag, man. Just fumbled the
earth.
bag.
True. They start
Notre
hosting
Dame.
Notre Dame, and then Bethune Cookman. Bethune-Cookman.
Bethune-Cookman, man.
Cookman. Sorry, never heard of that school before.
Hey, don't be racist, man.
South Florida, Florida. Then their first road game is at Florida State, hosting Louisville, Stanford, at SMU, hosting Syracuse, NC State, and then at Virginia Tech and at Pitt to finish.
They have a good schedule.
They have
I
a
mean,
good schedule.
I don't know
Who's
how
finishing?
much of
This is the thing about this is who's finishing second in the ACC this year, and then out of these four teams we got here,
probably
Max,
Miami.
Max, we just assumed that you were over on Clemson because it's
What is it?
9.5, and
Yeah.
They play literal no one.
literally
I mean,
nobody.
ACC's maybe worse than the Big 12.
I don't even think it is.
Top to bottom it is.
Just overall, it's just it's just not good.
The one thing, and we'll get to the Big 12 later, but the thing about the Big 12 is it's top to bottom. It's not.
It's
awful.
entertaining.
It's entertaining.
competitive.
I love
It's
watching
competitive.
Big 12.
Yeah.
It's competitive. So, anyways, so with Miami, really all these go together. Is who do you think is the second best team is going to be?
Florida
It's
State.
Miami.
Do you
It's
think
Miami.
Florida State's finishing second in the ACC?
I didn't know Castellanos was there. He's kind of a fucking problem.
Yeah, he's at Florida State.
He is a
Yeah, I
problem.
didn't
He's
know
a
that.
crybaby. When he gets his job taken, he cries about it.
You'll
Yeah, he
have
got benched.
I'm gonna go Miami over. Sure, yeah. I'm already pulling up Louisville's schedule because go ahead, Alex. I'm going
Sorry,
Miami over.
Miami's a 9.5.
realistically, probably Louisville is
That's what I want to
second
look at.
best team.
So if I then that's
Well, we're gonna
makes
talk
me.
about Louisville next.
Yeah,
Miami
throw
loses.
in Georgia Tech.
Miami.
I know, but do you see what I'm saying, Josh? Like I feel like if Miami's second best team, that's over. But if Louisville's better than Miami, I'm probably taking an under and
Give me
going
So
over
I
Miami
don't
on
know if
over.
Louisville.
Louisville's better, but their schedule's way fucking
Do
easier.
they play? They do play each other, right? I hate
Yeah,
how I
they
have
play each other.
at Miami October 17th.
Yeah, October 17th.
Give me Miami over 9.5.
Miami under 9.5.
I'll take the under. I don't like the
Carson
quarterback.
Beck.
Yeah, I don't like Beck. He's
I'll
old
go
as
over.
fuck.
I think Beck isn't as bad as people think. I think last, with Georgia, a couple games, he had some rough games, rough halves, but I still think, Beck wants to get back into that, top quarterback. 'Cause, a year ago, before the season started, he was going to be the number one draft pick.
Yeah, Spencer
And
Rattler type beat.
yeah, so I think he is an alien, ugly fuck, but I think he'll do some good things
I
this
bet you
year.
the doctor slapped his mother when he was born.
So what the fuck is that?
Let's go into Louisville. They host Eastern Kentucky, host James Madison, host Bowling Green. They might drop one of those two. That's kind of crazy.
JMU's gonna be good this year.
At Pitt, hosting Virginia. Notably, Indiana will not play them. At at Miami,
True.
hosting Boston College. At Virginia Tech, hosting Cal and Clemson. At SMU, and then hosting Kentucky to finish.
Over.
Yeah, this is 8.5.
Yeah,
Give me
so
the
at
over.
least they'll go 9-3 at worst.
Yeah,
I
like
saw the stat of Louisville is the Ole Miss of the ACC.
like Clemson's gonna be like the last 3 games of their season is gonna determine whether they go over or under. Clemson at SMU and then Kentucky to finish is pretty rough.
Yeah.
Well, not at Kentucky, it's not.
It's
But
home,
Clemson and SMU is.
but that's a rivalry game. It's
Is
one
it
of
at
those.
Kentucky again? I thought it was at
No,
Kentucky
it's
last year.
home. It's
Yeah, that's what I
home,
was about to say. They beat the literal fuck out of Kentucky last year at Kentucky. It was
but
like
it's a
40.
rivalry game. It's rivalry week. That's what you just
Kentucky's
never
bad
know.
this year.
Is SMU going to be? See, this is my point. Like, I'm going over
SMU's
because
schedule is tougher. I'm looking at
yes,
it right
I'm
now.
going over.
SMU had played literally no one last year. What about Syracuse? Syracuse finished the year good last year.
I know, but you guys got to count. They're going to lose to some fucking nobody that they shouldn't lose to, and they'll beat somebody they shouldn't beat. They do that every year.
They
They
lost to
beat
Stanford.
Miami. They lost to Stanford. Like,
First, let's finish the what everybody over
I'm
for
on
Louisville.
over. Yeah, I'm on over.
I'm over on Louisville. Max.
Over.
Here's
Over.
SMU. So they start off with Eastern Texas A&M. That's gonna be a tough one.
See, community college.
Yeah. Next they have Baylor. Then they're at Baylor, by the way. And
No,
then
I
they
got
play.
them hosting Baylor.
Sorry, yeah. No, they're hosting Baylor.
They're
and then they
hosting
play
Baylor.
then they play is that Missouri State or Montana State?
Missouri State. At Texas TCU, whose quarterback's a furry, by the way. Hosting Syracuse, hosting Stanford, at Clemson, at Wake Forest, hosting Miami, at Boston College, hosting Louisville, at Cal.
They're getting a reality check this year. What is theirs? Is
The problem is
they're
like,
8.5.
It's like
8.5. Give me
They're
under.
gonna lose to a furry. That's crazy.
Yeah.
They're gonna lose to Cade Klubnik. They're gonna lose to Carson Beck's ugly ass. And then they got to drop one more. They probably lose to Louisville in the second to last week of the season.
Yeah.
There's your 4.
8-4. Yeah, under.
8-4,
Under.
7-5, maybe.
So
honestly.
like if you notice, the teams that I thought were like out of the 4 teams, I wanted to know who I thought the 2 better teams were because really Clemson. I was always going over, but I was going to go over on either Miami or Louisville and SMU. So just yeah.
Gotcha. Well, Max, what do you think?
Man, I think a lot. I think they're good, man.
You think SMU's good?
SMU going all the way?
What is it?
8.5.
8.5.
Yeah, I'll go over. We got a quarterback coming back. Sure. I don't give
There
a
you go.
fuck. I don't give a fuck. long as they don't make the fucking playoff again and lose to BYU.
Max was a big advocate
This-
for SMU not getting in and Alabama going over last
They
year.
shouldn't have been in. They were terrible. Neither of Indiana should have got in either.
You'll have that.
But I will say Indiana had a better. They were way better than. I mean, if you go 11-1 conference, you definitely should go.
South Carolina should have been the first team in out of anybody that was left out, but
I agree with that. I was
It's tough
always
when you.
saying
It's
that.
the only thing is we beat them.
I
That
know,
was the-
but
that was
they
the
were
only
the better.
thing
But they
that-
were, but throughout the year they were the better team.
Yeah, that was the only thing we had over them was because we beat them.
Well, and then but I mean that you get back into that. Ole Miss beat the shit out of South Carolina, and they had the same record as y'all. So it
Yeah.
was kind of like a
I think
yeah.
any three of those SEC teams should have made it over SMU.
When you go 9-3, you can argue you should be in, but you can't be mad when they don't put you in
No,
because
you
Right,
can't.
yeah.
I wasn't upset. It was like I get it, but at the same
Well,
time, SMU
And for
is
South
not a good
South
team.
Carolina in the Alabama game or the LSU game, if the ball bounces a different way one time,
Well, the
they're X and
referee
2 and they're in.
or the referee doesn't call the damn
Pass
late
interference
pass
or
late
hit, whatever it
hit
was.
or whatever, they win the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
All
Anyhow,
right,
move to the Big 12.
Kansas State. So first game of the year is against Iowa State.
Yeah, it's in Dublin. That's a Dublin game this year.
This is week
Oh.
0. This is week 0.
Nice. So then they host North Dakota, host Army, then they're at Arizona, host UCF, at Baylor, host TCU, at Kansas, host Texas Tech, at Oklahoma State, at Utah, and then they host Colorado.
I got over.
They are 8.5.
Yeah, I got over. I think they're winning the Big 12.
I'm just
They
gonna
still have
count.
it's Avery Johnson, right?
Their quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yep. That's why. Yeah, their quarterback.
That first week, Iowa State's a huge game. That's a
Yeah,
huge game.
I think they go over, but I think they have 3 losses, and it's Iowa State, Utah, and then maybe Arizona if they can right the ship this year. 2 years ago, Arizona was so good, and they were a fucking money wagon for me, and last year they were awful.
Is
Really?
Bryson Daly still quarterback for Army? Is he gone?
I think he's gone.
I think
Hang on, I'm
last year
looking.
was his last year of eligibility. I do believe.
I tell you what,
No Bryson Daly.
price
He's
takes
in
with
Ukraine
him.
now.
That's-
Give me Kansas State over.
don't you mean Israel?
One of the two.
Yeah, give me Kansas State over. I like their schedule. I like how their games line up.
I
Besides
like
that,
their
Utah game
schedule.
will be tough. At Utah is always hard.
Let's go to Arizona State. They start off hosting North Arizona, at Mississippi State, hosting Texas State, at Baylor, host TCU, Furry quarterback, at Utah, hosting Texas Tech, hosting Houston, at Iowa State. That'll probably be Jack Trice at night. Watch out. Hosting West Virginia, at Colorado, and then finishing hosting Arizona.
Gosh,
Give me the over. I like
Give me
Arizona
under.
State more. I like them.
Give me the under.
I like the under too.
They don't have Cam Scatterboot to fucking
Yeah.
bail them out this year.
I
mean,
like
they still got that quarterback, and people like that quarterback, but I don't. So
I like the under. And I don't really like. I respect Arizona State. Like I think they proved everybody wrong last year when they were of the teams of like the Big 12 ACC teams that got in. They definitely belonged. But not this year without Scatterboo.
Under, they lose to Mississippi State week 2. And that derails
They
the
played
whole
them close
season.
last year. Yeah.
I think this next team might be the most interesting team we're going to talk about all day.
Utah.
Utah, they were supposed to be great the last 2 years, and their quarterback went
Cam
down both
Rising.
years. Yeah. And he's not there anymore. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Did he
He
medically
retired.
He
He
medically
retired.
Did he
retired.
medically? Okay.
About time.
So maybe now they'll finally have a quarterback that can bring that really good defense across the line to
The
be
thing
good.
The thing about Utah is you just got to tell me who they play at home and who they play on the road. That's the big thing.
Exactly. So let's do that then. They start the year at UCLA. That's going to be an under game. That under could be set at 15.5, and I'm going to take the under.
Is this
Uh,
like 15.5? What's the smallest under you ever saw in an Iowa game? I know y'all used to do the
20,
bit. I know y'all used to do the bit,
20 and a
but
half,
20
and
and a
we took
half.
the under and it hit.
Yeah.
So at UCLA, hosting Cal Poly, at Wyoming, hosting Texas Tech. That could be important because Texas Tech air raids the fuck out of everything.
And
At
they're
They're going to
spending
be a
money.
player next few years.
at West Virginia, hosting Arizona State, at BYU. There's a loss. Hosting Colorado, hosting Cincinnati, at Baylor, hosting Kansas State, hosting Kansas. Maybe 2 losses. I see 2 losses.
I think I
I go under.
go
I go
under.
under.
You guys go under
I think it's
7.5?
I think it's a 7. I think it's a 7.
I think it is a 7.
What are the 5 losses?
Texas Tech,
They
Kansas
host
State.
Texas Tech. They don't lose
Texas
at
State.
home.
Texas Tech is gonna be good this year.
They don't lose at home.
Kansas State. You'd have to repeat the games to me. But
You've given them 2 home losses already.
yeah, I think
That's
those teams are better
crazy.
than them. I
Hey,
think
did
they're
you do
better.
7.5 or 8.5?
7.
It's 7.5.
Oh, over. My bad.
I think
Over.
they
but
lose.
I don't see. But I don't think
I
they're
think
going
they
10 and
lose
2.
to BYU. I think
BYU.
they lose to Kansas on the road. I think that's it. I don't think they lose at home. I legitimately don't think they do that.
I think those teams
Honestly,
are better.
I was looking at this, and well, go ahead, Max. What do you think? And then I have a point.
I think they'll go over. I think they'll win 8 games. I don't think they have a great quarterback.
They got Wilson's younger brother.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna go over just because, like you said, 7.5 is pretty low for. I think last year was a bad year, but Dillingham is it? No, it's not Dillingham. What's his name? Whittingham, right?
Yeah.
Um, he's a great coach. I think he'll get them 8 wins.
Well, I'm looking at the Big 12 as a whole, and this is kind of off Utah. I mean, we don't have Texas Tech on here. I'm assuming theirs was like 6, 7.5, something like that. But like, there's honestly, if they kind of got the harder, they got a they have to play Arizona State and Utah
So according to the
and
conference
Kansas
winners,
State on the road.
I
That's
guess
what
Texas Tech is the second favorite
I know. But
according to this. But
listen to
like,
this though. Listen to this though. At Utah, at Arizona State, and at Kansas State, like they play all 3 of those on the road. That's.
They did really good in the portal.
I mean, I think Max is right, and they're a long-term player. I just don't know if this is the first year of it.
I'm just saying. I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, I know Utah's a crazy home environment, but I don't think they're a good team this year.
so we got
And
over.
they just don't
Under.
lose at home. I've seen them win some crazy ways at home before.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Colorado.
Yeah, because you have to talk about them.
Yeah, got to
That's
talk
right.
about them.
First off, shout out to Dion
Yeah.
beating cancer. That's
Yeah.
Hey.
awesome.
Thought he was gonna leave right there for a minute.
Yep.
Thought he was gonna say he's done, but I'm happy to hear that.
He's
it's
good for
not
college
that.
football.
He's good for the game.
Oh yeah.
That's
So their win total is 5.5. Of course, the last couple years, people have
Sure.
been real high on them.
Hey, I didn't know first game Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech at home.
Yeah,
Okay.
at least it's at home.
That's fun.
L.
That's a fun
It's an
game.
L though.
That's
Then
close.
hosting Delaware, they'll win that one. At Houston, I think they will win that. Houston's not good at football.
No.
they're all in on basketball.
On the road at
Programs fell off. Yeah.
No, they host Wyoming.
Yeah, sorry. So okay.
And then host BYU. There's a loss there for sure.
Yeah.
At TCU, who knows?
Loss. Probably loss.
Probably lose hosting Iowa State and lose at Utah. Probably it's good. I think Arizona game might be pretty interesting. There's gonna be no defense played. That'll be fun to watch.
That's fun when your team's not playing in the game.
Yeah, just take the over and sit down with a fucking 8 beers and just watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
At West Virginia, hosting Arizona State, and then at Kansas State. I think it's another under year for Dion. I hope he can get it put together and go over, but I don't see it.
He also had a good transfer portal. I'm telling you, he brought some good guys in. The defense is
He
actually,
recruits great every year, and it doesn't matter.
he's only been there 3 years. This is
And
third
they
year.
haven't. Yeah, and they haven't gone over. They didn't
I'm
go over
telling
either
you,
of those years.
over for Colorado. It might be only 6 or 7, but over for Colorado. And they also have the quarterback. What's his name? Selter.
Salter.
Salter. He's going to be really good as well.
Salter, yeah, if he can remember his plays.
Yeah,
But
I have over
I'm
five
gonna
and a
go
half.
over. I'm gonna go over.
I'm under.
I'll
I
take
agree.
the under. I hope it's over, but I'm
I
going
mean,
right in with them.
I think they'll be better the next year, but they're just replacing
They
they're
got some transfers on defense that'll help them out a lot. And they got Jaheim Oates from Alabama, defensive
Yep.
tackle, who was actually pretty productive for us. He just he got injured and kind of lost his spot to a few guys and wasn't really in the rotation. But they got him. He's a big guy. They have a few other transfers too that they got. That I think that was their issue. His defense was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they got some bigger boys up on O line and D line. I think they'll be more competitive in the trenches.
The thing for me is if they can beat Georgia Tech to start the year, I mean, that's a tough game. They're definitely going to be the dogs in that game. But if they do that, then I think they start the season off 4-0. Like, I think they obviously beat Delaware. I think they can beat Houston, and I think they beat Colorado, and that's 4-0. And then you just tell me they have to win 2 more games the rest of the season?
Wyoming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Wyoming, dumbass. You said Colorado. Slap your
sorry.
neck.
My bad. So, yeah, I have over.
Let's get into some natty talk.
Natty.
sure.
Yeah. All right. So, natty odds. We'll just kind of go down the list. Texas plus 600, Georgia plus 650, Ohio State plus 650, Penn State plus 700. Haha. Alabama plus 1100, Clemson plus 1100, Oregon plus 1100, Notre Dame plus 1500, LSU plus 1600, and Michigan plus 3300.
Yeah, so what I did, I just took the top 10 and then you can see the massive drop off from 9 to 10. So it's really,
Mhm.
they think it's a 9-horse race, but they really think it's like a 4-horse race.
Get Penn State out of there.
It's facts, bro. They're so bad.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Get Penn State out. I love Clemson at plus 1100.
I don't see how Georgia's, so up there so high. I mean, I get it, they're Georgia, but Gunnar Stockton hasn't shown me a whole lot. They lost a
Mhm.
lot on defense. I mean, I know they recruit well, but it's like,
And offensively, like,
really for all the top teams, there's question marks. I mean, other than maybe Clemson, which there's still question marks, but like they haven't figured out their quarterback, their D line is good. But the rest of the teams, it's not really figured out.
Are there any teams that aren't on that list that you guys are curious about? I do have the list pulled up.
What is? Wow, I like that. Hold on. What is just for shits and giggles?
Don't
What
fucking
is
hurt yourself.
what is
7,000.
LSU's on here? Never mind. I'm sorry.
South Carolina is 7,000 if that's what
South
you want
Carolina
to guess.
7,000. Well, I was gonna ask about both of them, but
Auburn is 5,000.
really?
all right. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you
Better
this.
than Carolina?
Yeah. They're higher in the preseason poll too, I believe.
Stupid.
In your opinion, Josh, because this is kind of your expertise, where's what's a good value pick? It doesn't have to be on that. It doesn't have to be on what you put on there, but just what you see.
For me, I'm sorry, I'm jumping
Well,
in.
No, you
Michigan
go ahead.
is
I'm going to scroll a
Michigan
little bit.
plus 33 is amazing, especially with their schedule. And the upside of their quarterback is if he pops off, then they will be really good.
If you like Carson Beck, if you think Miami
Maybe.
can get out of the ACC, they could be a good future cash out play at plus 3,900. Louisville, if you like them out of the ACC, plus 7,500 could be a great cash out option.
What's Arizona
Tennessee,
State?
I don't know. Hey, give me one second. You can get Tennessee at 8,500.
ooh,
Arizona State's 15,000. Utah's 13,000, Texas Tech's 11,000, Kansas. Really, whoever you think comes out of the Big 12, you should go put a future on.
just to get for a good cash out bet.
Yeah, Kansas State
Yeah.
is the favorite at plus 11,000.
You'll put $10 on all of them.
That's
Boise State, if you think they're the favorite to come out of the group of 5, they're 29,000.
Mm.
Yeah, I was okay.
I mean, that's really where I would stop naming people, obviously.
No,
But
yeah. Obviously, I'll say this just on the other list. I like Clemson and Oregon. If you're just like looking at 1100 is pretty decent for Oregon with their schedule. I mean,
they're
they're
up to
pretty.
1,200 now. It's moved a little bit,
I mean,
but
I just think they're gonna be in the playoff. I'm not necessarily saying they're gonna win the Big Ten or something like that, but they're gonna go at least 10-2.
they'll get a home game.
They'll get a home playoff game at worst. That's not awful value. Yeah, Michigan looks really good. I like that, Alex. Like that
Michigan looks good.
3,300.
That
I mean,
schedule.
if LSU was lower, say they were like about 2,400, 2,500, something like that, you could do the same thing saying like if you really
I
believe in
agree.
if you believe in Garrett Nussmeier in that sense, like they're not a terrible flyer, but 1,600 doesn't give you that much value in that sense. Like it's still good, but you get what I'm saying? It's not.
Hmm.
Let me ask you a question, because Penn State's on that list, and we all hate Penn State. You can bet Penn State yes to make the playoffs at -300, or no to not make the playoffs at +235.
Throw money on it. I would throw money on it.
Yeah.
I think it's worth a 10 spot. Just see.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. Um, obviously we don't have all day, but like a lot of
It's
looking at
nighttime.
looking at those yes or nos, there's some interesting ones. I was looking at them that yes to make, no to not make. Like a lot of these, like the yeses are not really good bets on a lot of the SEC Big Ten teams up there, but the nos, because you're not getting any value. But
Yeah. No, I mean, I think the best value of the 10 that's listed here is honestly Ohio State. They did it last year. They have a great roster again. I
okay,
would
Hmm.
at +650, you put 2 units on it and then play a few other units as cash out options to try to get your money out.
well, out of the four with the best odds that are under 1,000, they're the only one where I really go, I would throw money on them. Like, cause
I
like I
wouldn't
get,
put money on Georgia. I
no,
really wouldn't.
I don't think I would throw money on Georgia right now.
You
And
could get me to put money on Texas, but not Georgia.
yeah, but
I would do Georgia before Texas. I like their schedule
I
better.
don't like Georgia. I don't like Texas. I don't like Penn State.
You like Georgia's schedule better than Texas?
Yeah.
I
Georgia
mean, I
does have
guess
an easier
Texas has
schedule than
Ohio
Texas.
State, but
They play everybody at home.
Georgia plays everybody at home this year, where they haven't lost in 4 years.
But
yeah,
Alex,
but
that Michigan at 3,300, I mean, that's a sharp play. They play nobody.
Yeah, I love
They
that
play
one.
nobody. I might have to go get that. Honestly,
Yeah, that one's
Yeah,
nice.
get it while it's 3,300. Because the thing now
it's
that's
gone up to 34. You can
so.
get it right now this
Well,
second at
here's
34.
what I'll say: you're gonna want, because if they're legit, they play Oklahoma week 2, right? You're gonna want to hit that before they beat Oklahoma, if they beat
Oh
Oklahoma,
yeah. Oh
because
yeah.
then it'll get cut in half.
What is
They-
Illinois?
Illinois. Give me a second. I clicked off. Illinois to win the Natty. 17,000.
Okay.
which means in your fucking dreams.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, if you think that they're gonna sneak into the playoff,
Mm,
That don't matter. They gotta win the Natty.
yeah, true.
well, you could still pay out. But
The secret with these like cash outs, though, if they'll give you a cash out before the selection show, you should probably take it. Because like if you take Illinois and they sneak in, they're probably not going to have a great draw.
Hmm.
no,
And
you
as soon
don't.
as
You
they-
don't hold Illinois.
No, like if Illinois ends up they're 9-2 going into the last week, cash it out. If there's a cash
absolutely.
out option for more than what you bet, cash it.
Yeah, no. Well, and I mean, that's probably what you're looking at here in lists like this. I mean, you're not. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like the top 10, I think are relatively respectable plays. Anything outside of the top 10, I wouldn't make real plays on that
well,
are cash out heavy.
unless you just really believe in Michigan,
Right.
and
Well, Michigan's the 10th.
I'm not.
That's why I said top 10.
Okay, so Michigan is 10th. I didn't know they were. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do the G5 to make the playoffs.
Well, we kind of just talked about that. I mean,
The only ones that were under +1,000 are Boise State, Tulane, Memphis, and Liberty. Boise State's +172. Tulane's 790, Memphis 920, and Liberty 980.
I
I think
haven't.
it's gonna be Boise State.
Yeah, I
there's
haven't
not
looked
really
at
much to talk
anybody else.
about.
much
It's gonna be
here.
Memphis, Boise State. They don't have their man anymore. They're done. He was their whole Genty was their whole team.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think Memphis actually had a decent. I mean, obviously they beat Florida State, but they played other teams close, relatively close. I mean, which I don't know a whole lot of fucking about Memphis. I don't fucking know. I'm just guessing here, but you know,
I'll say if you want to you're just trying to win some money, then Memphis probably because plus 720 to make the playoff. But that's probably your value play. Is probably Memphis.
I don't know anything about them. I'd probably just go Boise State again because they did last year.
I just
So,
wouldn't
yeah,
fucking touch it, to be
y'all know
honest
where
with you.
y'all know where
That's
my
smart
background
money.
is.
Do what?
Touching
You know where my
kids.
background is?
What? Where?
Epstein's Island.
I knew it.
Knew it. Okay. All
I
right.
have a
okay.
ton here, man.
Okay.
Let's speaking of that, let's talk about
Interesting.
Heisman.
Yeah, let's talk about the Heisman odds,
Bro just
everybody.
doxed
Arch
himself and
He just
everything.
doxed himself.
Arch
Okay.
is your favorite at plus 700,
What's up?
followed by
What's up, the FBI? Hello. You
followed
covered.
by
That is
Cade at
Epstein.
plus 900. Garrett Nussmeier, everyone's least favorite quarterback in the SEC, is also plus 900. Jeremiah Smith, the highest non-quarterback, plus 1100. Ty Simpson, fucking who? Where does he play? Plus 1600. Lenora Sellers, your future Heisman, is plus 1700. What a great line that they're giving us this early in the season.
Is he gonna throw it
Carson
to her?
Beck, what kind of joke is this at plus 1800? Drew Allard, the fucking walking retard, is plus 1800. And then Julian Sayin and Sam Levitt are both
That's-
plus 2000.
That's the Arizona State quarterback.
Yeah, Arizona State and Ohio State quarterbacks are the last two there.
Max, who do you
You're
tell
on
me yours, Max?
Man, I don't fucking know. I mean, I guess Jeremiah Smith would have the best chance. But I mean, he's
Receivers
the
are
best
tough.
player. But you really don't know. Like, well, there's so many guys that are. This is their first year this year. You know, because I'm thinking quarterback mainly. You know, mainly quarterbacks win it. There's just so many guys that first year this year. You don't know. Ty Simpson could pop off. Julian Sayin could pop off. You know, any of these first year starting quarterback Art could pop off. You don't really know. Uh, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna make a decision on this yet. Give me to about week 4, week 5.
You maybe
Guys,
do.
I just realized we talked a lot about Louisville and didn't mention that Miller Moss is the quarterback at Louisville.
True. I mean, hey, even him, you know,
That's a good
if
point.
he goes and has a great year at Louisville, he could win the Heisman there.
If you had to make me pick right now, I'm kind of with Max in that sense. And from this list, it'd probably be Klubnik.
That's just the top 10.
No, I know, but if
my
I'm picking
favorite that's not on that list is Jeremiah Love
Yeah.
from Notre Dame.
Yeah.
what is he at?
Plus 4,000. I think that's a
Yeah.
great value play right now.
No, that okay, yeah.
I'm taking Julian Sayin, man. When he transferred out from Alabama to Ohio State, that hurt my heart because he is raw. Like, he is really good, and he's going to be throwing it to Jeremiah Smith. He's surrounded by so much talent. If he puts things together, he is going to be a really, really good chance. And plus 2,000 is awesome. So,
what about Michigan's $10 million man? You can get him at plus 5,000. And if we really think Michigan is going to go X-1 or X-2, I mean,
he'll be in the
talk.
Well, he'll be in New York probably.
I'll have to see him play.
He ain't doing it with that offense they run.
I have to see how they play. We'll have to
They
see
run
how
a
they play.
Super pro style offense. I mean, unless he's just a beast in his mind, mind game of the to me that he's more advertised as this athletic freak, but like their offense doesn't allow their quarterback to be an athletic freak.
That's what I was
saying?
It's gonna depend on how much they let him loose.
Yeah.
Because like you said, they play that pro style. But when you play it in college, a lot of times you don't necessarily let your quarterback loose. So fully expand the offense. It depends on how much they expand the offense, to be honest with you.
True.
But I kind of like what Josh just said of Jeremiah Love.
What is
I like Lenora Sellers. I've made that known.
I know, but if you're just talking about value picks,
But if you're talking about value picks, Jeremiah Love is great. He's going to be the first running back off the board next year, barring a horrible injury. So
What is Ryan Williams?
that's a great question. I literally was looking at him because I knew one of you was going to ask, and then I scrolled away.
He's not winning
Also plus 4,000.
Okay, he's not winning it. I'm just curious.
Good. Hey, just wait. Ryan Williams, big year this year. I'm not saying he's gonna win the Heisman, but
Cam
over
Coleman better.
1,000 yards. Give me that.
What
Cam
about
Coleman.
Patrick Mahomes Jr. out there in Nebraska? You can get him at
Rocco?
6,500.
That's not a bad choice.
Dude, I'm memeing so hard.
I don't
Hey,
like
I think he's not bad.
Dylan.
Yeah,
His name,
yeah.
what's his name? Raiola.
Yeah,
Raiola.
Raiola.
Raviola.
What's
Well,
it?
he was
His
a true
answers to
freshman
those
last year.
questions are like so funny. He's like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about."
Cam Coleman better than Ryan Williams.
Who's
If,
Patrick
if you
Mahomes?
like Taylon Green out of Arkansas, you
I
can get him
don't.
at 15,000.
What's Jackson Arnold?
Way higher because I saw him. Give me a second. I gotta scroll up. I was in the
Hey,
weeds.
if you
He's-
like the receivers,
Well, I mean, honestly, the receivers are probably above him.
Probably plus 10,000. What Hugh paid those.
Who am I
strippers.
looking for again? I already forgot.
Jackson Arnold.
2,500.
Okay. What's Cam Coleman?
Where's he play?
Auburn. He's a
Never heard of
receiver.
him.
Coach Coleman?
Really?
Way
Coach
lower.
Coleman.
When you say way lower,
I'm looking for a guy named Cam Coleman.
the disrespect, man. The disrespect is unreal.
25,000. So add a
Hey,
zero.
hey,
Taylor, do it.
he's got an outside chance to be the best receiver in the damn conference.
He's under Noah Fafita, notably my Heisman call out from last year.
Goodness, I forgot he was still in the league. He did so bad last year. Jeez.
He was a freshman, dude. He was a freshman.
That really
phenom.
sucks. That really sucks because when he was a freshman phenom, I was getting ready to get Auburn to get him in the portal, and then he just sucked last year. Then he tried to come to Auburn, and we didn't want him.
Dude, it was his coach last year. His coach from his freshman year went to Washington, got a new coach, and the new coach sucked.
Didn't he have a receiver that was like a top 12?
Tet?
10
he
Yeah,
did
yeah,
bad last year too.
Yeah, he had a top 10. His receivers weren't bad or anything. I get it.
Tet was the best receiver by far.
Apparently,
I
he's
watched
been
a lot
balling
of
at
Arizona Wildcat
Panthers.
football the last 2 years.
Apparently, he's
You
balling
saying
at
that
Panthers
proudly?
training camp.
Good.
I never said I was proud of it.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Bryce
I
Young
made a
in one
lot of
my
money
leagues.
off of him 2 years ago, though.
Yeah, that's good. 2 years ago, I thought he would be Auburn's quarterback this year. So
2 years ago, I thought he was going to win the Heisman last year and fucking be 101 this year in the NFL draft. So
that's fair. I mean, the Browns might draft him either way.
fuck no shit. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go Sellers. Value play, Jeremiah Love. Do you guys got anything?
Klubnik
I-
right now and value plays probably Love right now. But if Auburn does have a big year, Jackson Arnold at 2,500 or whatever.
Who do you
Easy
think
bet.
Hitler's grandson is? He's got to be
Huh?
alive.
Maybe.
Max is delirious.
Anyways, easy bet, Cade Klubnik. Mine, I would go with for the most bang for your buck. Julian saying,
Can I give it NFL preseason pick for this week?
Go
is,
for
is
it.
there preseason this week?
Yeah, baby.
Go for it.
Give me the Indianapolis Colts -5.5 against the Ravens. They have a true quarterback competition. They will have
Please stop.
Danny Jones and Anthony Richardson playing
Please stop.
against fucking backups. They will win this game by 5.5.
Please stop.
You know Taylor's a Colts fan, right?
Please
No,
stop.
I didn't know that. I'm
stop.
not even trolling. I didn't know that.
Please stop.
Blood pressure
Arch
rising.
man in season, baby. We're tanking for Arch.
Goodness.
He
Well,
won't even. He didn't pay.
It doesn't sound like
did,
suck for luck, does it?
Ravens
No.
are winning. They don't lose preseason games.
Do they not lose? Aren't they the team that doesn't lose? There
They
is
lost-
somebody.
They
they
lost
had their
one
record.
last year.
They
There's
lost
a-
one last year, but they had a 23-game win streak of
Yeah,
preseason.
they took their preseason stuff seriously.
Yeah, they do.
Anyways,
well, I think that's it for us for first podcast back. So
if Alex downloads the file, right?
fingers crossed. I deleted like everything off my computer, so I had enough storage. So I figured out what it was. It was I had for some reason the audio saved from each podcast that we ever did, just the audio, and I didn't know that happened, so the storage was all gone.
He had to get rid of all that porn off his computer.
That's really what he wanted to say.
Release
Yeah.
the files.
You're there.
Yeah, you're the one that has them. But
Yeah.
this has been the we'll get back to daily, not daily, weekly uploads. I think start
Next
doing
week-
some more of this.
Hey,
Next
when
week is
football season.
NFL.
Starts,
Next
we're
week's
gonna be in this
NFL.
bitch deep. So
Yep. But so next week, because we originally talked about, and a good thing we didn't because we're already an hour 30 minutes in, but we originally talked about doing preseason college and NFL in one, but
Mhm.
that'll be next week. Pod will just be preseason NFL. We'll let Josh pick some preseason games because
Yeah, baby.
thing,
Dude, if I would have known you guys were gonna let me pick, I would have had a slate for you. I promise you, I would have.
well, get ready because we're gonna have a segment called Josh's Slate
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
every
and
week. Every week.
we're gonna start doing some short form content too. Some just little easy like pick'ems, like 5 like quarterback ratings, just like TikToks and stuff like that. I think that's
Yeah,
a good
Alex
idea
finally
for
went
us.
and got a real job, so he doesn't have to sit
Give
in
me
school.
give me the Giants minus 1.5 over the Bills. They'll have Jackson Dart starting.
This is
He's
all
got
go.
it.
Go.
He's got
Yeah.
it. But
I'm searching right now. Give me a second. Are the Chargers on here? Yeah, okay. Take the Chargers plus 1.5 because what's his fuck? Trey Lance went off.
KLS is there. He's doing very good.
It sounds like Caleb's gonna play the first quarter of the Bears game, so take the Bears minus 3.
Caleb.
That's all I got for you.
I gotcha. Well, pleasure to be back, boys. Once again, Josh, welcome. Excited to have you.
Yep.
Happy to be here.
Josh's Slate.
That's right. This has been the Weekends Over podcast. We'll see y'all next week.
Big Ten's gay.